Good day guys, so it's been a while since I've last posted a video. I'm back and today I'll be sharing something out of curiosity stemming from the recently finished Magic Prison Season 9. So as you guys know, I'm using double Phreeoni star card for my weapons. And with the MP season, I've noticed the rise in popularity of gunslingers as well as the utilization of the Lord of Death card. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So for curiosity's sake, let's buy 3 Lord of Death cards. Now for the whole video, we'll be using my plus 15 Golden Law Enforcer. And we will also be utilizing the piercing shot skill for more stability and damage. So for the first scenario, we will have 0% skill damage and the target will have 0% skill damage reduction. Now let's slot our double Phreeoni star card. So for the second scenario, the target will still have 0% skill damage reduction and now we will have 20% skill damage. So for our third scenario, we'll be slotting 2 Lord of Death cards and depositing 1 for a maximum effect of 45% damage increase. We will still be having a target with 0% skill damage reduction, and now we will have 0% skill damage with 3 LOD cards in effect. For the next 3 scenarios, I have increased the target's skill damage reduction to 19%. So for our fourth scenario, our target will have 90% skill damage reduction and we will have 0% skill damage. For our fifth scenario, our target will still have 19% skill damage reduction, but now we will be having 20% skill damage. For our sixth scenario, our target will still have 19% skill damage reduction and we will have 0% skill damage with 3 LOD cards in effect. So for the last 3 scenarios, our target will revert back to 0% skill damage reduction while our character will have a base skill damage of 41% from headgears. Now let's try without any card on. So for our 7th scenario, skill reduction of our target is still at 0% and then our base skill damage is at 41%. Now let's slot our Phreeoni star cards. So for our 8th scenario, our target will have 0% skill reduction and we will have 61% skill damage. Now for our last scenario, our target will still have 0% skill damage reduction. We will have a base skill damage of 41% from the headgears and with 3 LOD cards in effect. So in the first 3 scenarios, we can see that the damage increase is accurate with the description found in the cards. Now for the 5th scenario, we can see that there's a 5% increase in damage change compared to the second scenario since the target has a skill damage reduction to begin with. Now in the 8th scenario, we can see that there is a 6% decrease in damage change when compared to the second scenario due to the fact that we're already stacked with a lot of skill damage percent. Now for all of the scenarios, we can see that the Lord of Death card is pretty much stable, always increasing the damage by 45%. Since we cannot use test dummies for the exact DPS, my personal take on this is that LOD is far better damage-wise since it's not that hard to proc bleed, especially with Carnage Capiora. but you also have to take note of the increase in hit for Phreeoni. At the same time, the abnormal status resist of your enemies is also crucial. And also, we discussed a while ago the skill damage reduction of your enemy and your skill damage reduction without the weapon cards. LOD also has a synergy with the King of Chaos skill in Magic Prison, and also the fact that you cannot manually use Panacea in Magic Prison. So my conclusion is that for Magic Prison, I think it's better to have a LOD card unless you're really gunning for a high hit stat. But for Wolf 6 versus 6, I think both can be viable. That's about it, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel. Comment down below for any topics you want to be discussed, for any suggestions. Shout out din kay Boss Jao. Thank you sa pag-cover ng mini hunt ko. I hope you guys learned something and see you on the next video.